It's money to shit. Working that bitch. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick.
If Lomachenko had an opportunity to fight Devin Haney or Teofimo Lopez right now, who is he going to choose?
Oh, well, obviously the man with the most belts.
Okay, so we've established that Nakatani and both Nakatani and Lomachenko is going to jump over us and not fight us. Why would you expect us not to want to fight Teofimo Lopez if you're going to give those guys the pass to want to fight Teofimo Lopez, sir?
But okay, that was a question to me, right? That's what I get to answer, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so Lomachenko, all right, that's one thing that is actually, from what I understand, that's why I was asking the question, because I don't understand the intricacies behind the table. You do. But I was asking if that was serious because obviously Lomachenko or Teofimo just won a purse bid to fight Kambosos, so he's off the table. So it just leaves Lomachenko. And if you're talking about Nakatani, that's a whole different ball game. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with the works with that because it could be Nakatani versus Lomachenko. So who is your son going to fight? Linares?
Yes, sir. Linares. We're fighting Linares.
Okay.
Next,
so
unless
respectable fan of yours,
unless Lomachenko comes to the table and he comes to the zone and he fights Devin Haney in May.
Okay. As a respectful fan, with all due respect to you, sir. Okay. What I'm going to say is this: the same thing that I said on Barbershop Conversations when you mentioned Gamboa. I feel like your son doesn't get enough credit by beating a Linares, bro. You're going to hear the same shit again till the next fight. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Now,
and that's just a respectful opinion from my end. No. But go ahead, brother.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, sir. Now, how much credit did Ryan Garcia get for Luke Campbell?
He got exposed, but he got credit for knocking him out. He got exposed though. He showed me at that point he's not ready to be at the top level. I believe your son beats him.
Okay. How much recognition did he get for beating Luke Campbell?
That's the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Me particularly, you know what I'm saying? I believe that he got some recognition for knocking him out because the dude was a two-time gold medalist. But however, Luke Campbell exposed him because he doesn't have footwork. Ryan Garcia does not have footwork, and he exposed that.
Yes, sir. Is Luke Campbell described as a name on Ryan Garcia's record as a credible opponent, as a step-up fight? Did he surpass, in your opinion, Devin Haney as having the most credible opponent?
I do believe that, actually, yes, sir.
Okay. Now, did Linares beat Luke Campbell?
That's I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, what we're talking about, right? Luke Campbell exposed him. So as a young guy, and Ryan Garcia, with the initial question you asked me was that the best fight? Yes, because Luke Campbell had the better resume. Luke Campbell, actually was a stud in that weight class for a while. Okay. However, he just wasn't able to get over that hump, and it was
he coming off a loss? Was Luke Campbell coming off a
good test? He exposed them by dropping them and exposing the footwork and shit like that. So there's a lot of questions for me about Ryan Garcia, but we weren't talking about that initially. See, so I don't want to divert into other intricacies when we're talking about your son.
Is Linares a better fighter than Luke Campbell?
No, man. Look, I feel like Linares is at the tail end of. Like he's way more out the door than Luke Campbell is, and I don't want to Linares was a stud in his day. Luke Campbell came up, met Linares. Linares, exposed his weaknesses. Then passed the torch pretty much because Luke Campbell exposed Ryan Garcia's weaknesses, and I feel Ryan Garcia will be shown to be not as strong as people think. If he fights Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis, I feel Gervonta Davis knocks him out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Okay. Outside of Orlando Salido, who beat Lomachenko, Teofimo, obviously, who beat Lomachenko. Who gave Lomachenko the most problems of any other fighter, of any of the other fighters?
But why do you keep asking me pyramid theories? Like pyramid theories don't work like that, bro. I'm talking about your son and what he's doing for his career.
I'll just ask you a question, bro.
I know, but you always ask these questions, and I don't like to divert like that or all way left, and then out of the park. You know what I'm saying? When we still playing baseball, bro.
Okay, can you tell me what question I should ask you?
No. I just want to ask. I was asking because if you're done answering my questions, I can fall back and let everybody else jump in the panel. But my question was simply,
I'm open to asking any question.
My statement, I should say not question. My statement was that if your son fights Linares, I'm telling you right now, just like I told you on Barbershop Conversations when you announced Gamboa, I'm telling you that your son does not get credit like that. Like if he was to fight a Lomachenko, that's what I'm saying, and that's a helpful tip from a boxing fan, a real fucking big boxing fan that loves your son, and I like you too, bro. I mean, that it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have no ill will towards you, bro. I'm just telling you my fucking honest opinion, bro, with much respect.
You,
I'm telling you that if your son fights Linares, it's going to be the same shit like he fought Gamboa. And I told you that before, and I'm going to tell you that right now.
Okay. Well, you have a statement. You're entitled to your statement, sir.
All right. Then I'm going to digress. Yeah,
let me step in real quick. Let me step in because I know
I respect Andy for answering my questions, though. Much love to you, bro. No ill will towards you, bro. But that's how I feel, bro. So I had to share it. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Bob Arum said that Linares is a very good fight for Devin Haney. And,
did he hear Bob Arum say that, or did that not make a difference if Bob Arum says it?
Yeah, he did say that. That's what Bob said. So. Linares is a good fighter.
I don't give a fuck about Bob Arum.
Well, Bob Arum, he's the promoter of Teofimo Lopez, and he's the one in charge, though, bro.
The thing about
talk shit about Terrence Crawford. He's his promoter.
The thing about fans is that you guys are definitely entitled to your opinion, and I'm listening to you and all that. But you also have a fan that will say what you're saying, and then you'll have someone else that'll say that Linares is a credible opponent. You know what I mean? So it's not anything that we can necessarily argue over. What we can do is say is that Devin has the WBC world title. Lomachenko doesn't have the title, right? Lomachenko would have to come over to DAZN, right, and be willing to take an offer, come over and fight. If it's a fight that you guys feel that it's the fight that he'll win and he should win very easily and impressively, then I mean he should do anything to make the fight happen, right? That's what I would think.
But Mr. Bill, this is my question: Why does Lomachenko have to go to DAZN and Devin is his own boss? He can go to ESPN too if they make an offer.
Well, the thing about it is that the money that we get paid, the money that's in the fight to get paid, DAZN would be willing to pay us comfortably the way that we've been getting paid. I think that when you talk about ESPN and what Bob Arum is actually paying right now, and from what people are saying, not that we know for certain, right? Because no offer has come over from him, right?
Right.
But we're in a position that when Lomachenko had the belt and we would come over to him, why does things have to change? Why doesn't the belt and the network and all that mean something that Devin is a boss and he can bring somebody over? Why would we then say it's different?
Well, this is my thing though, because I think that fight would do well. I think Lomachenko versus Devin Haney could be a pay-per-view fight. So why there could be a cross promotion or something in that order? You know what I mean? I think that's a big ass fight, Bill. That's all I'm saying. I think it's a huge fight.
Well, when you talk about what you watch and see, you see the Canelos of the world tearing off these big old bags, man, right there in front of you, right? I don't see what the problem is, I don't.
Yeah, now y'all gonna tear off a big bag, so if it did pay-per-view and Devin Haney even and Devin and Loma was getting back in, like let's say DAZN and ESPN cross promoted that fight for a pay-per-view, I think that would be big though. But
the question is, why does the champion have to chase a contender? Lomachenko's a contender. He's not the champion.
I'm not saying that he has to chase him, and he shouldn't have
So
to
why does
chase
he
him.
have to move?
Been chasing him,
Lomachenko
though.
has to come
Been
to him.
chasing him for years.
Been chasing him, and he still. Now you say that we, even when we have a belt and saying that we were fighting, you say then still go state. You say then still go to ESPN, a situation that you're happy that you're saying that you're happy that Teofimo Lopez went and got more money, right, and went and did something else. What I mean, it's you know what? It's always an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's always an excuse.
Well, big bro, Big Bill, I agree with you on the Lomachenko stuff. Like I think Lomachenko has caused all this confusion between what's going on now. I think both of this stuff ain't Devin and Tio's fault. I just think these two dudes both are champions, and they both need to sort this shit out. But I definitely don't think it's either one of their faults for what happened. I think Devin went his route, and Tio went his route and got the Loma shot first. And I think it's just
Tio, you don't think Tio wants to be on the zone?
Oh yeah, of course. I think Tio wants to be anywhere but ESPN right now, Bill. I believe that.
Right. Well, listen. When we made the move and we went to the zone, right? Everybody questioned it. And they said the app. Remember, he says, "Oh, he goes over there to the zone. Nobody is going to see him. Nobody, right? All that, right?" So
yeah,
when you talk about using a hype machine and what Top Rank brings, what ESPN did, billing it as a 4-fight championship and all these other things, right, bro?
Right.
Listen, that's going to cost you. You know what I mean? Cheerleaders are expensive. You know what I mean? Right? You know, so he was able to get the push, but he didn't get the money. So then, like the other brother had just said just then, well, let him go ahead and get the money, right? So it seems like it switches back and forth to whatever is convenient for the fighter, the fan of the fighter, or the fighter of the fan, whichever is convenient. One thing that we've said is let's make the fight, and anything is possible in terms of negotiating it, right? But first thing that you got to do is be willing to negotiate the fight, and that's where we have a problem at. And you know what I mean? Necessarily just pulling our pants down, you know what I'm saying, and saying, okay, come on and get some. It's not us either. We're men, just like you gentlemen are, and you guys have your opinion, and I value, listening to it, the energy that you put on and everything that you show. But I mean, man, come on, man, we got an opinion too, and we got pride as well. You know what I'm saying? And the fact of that, Loma didn't give us an opportunity when he could have given us an opportunity. So we come back as bosses and give him an opportunity, but he has an opportunity to come over to the zone.
Absolutely. And also, let me say this, Ryan Garcia, who's the mandatory, he doesn't even want the fight. So what is Devin Haney supposed to do when the guys that he's calling out, the Teofimo Lopez's, the Ryan Garcias, they don't want to fight him though? And Ryan's the mandatory. So what's up with that? So Devin is being ducked.
Well, not only that though. Jorge Linares is an opponent that is on Golden Boy, right? That Ryan Garcia does not want to fight, right? He does not want to fight Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares has been open and vocal about fighting him, right? So if he did not fight a Devin Haney, right? He fought Luke Campbell, then a Jorge Linares would have been an appropriate opponent, right? They're on the same side of they're on the same promotional company on the zone as well. But we know that he didn't. We know that Jorge Linares comes to fight. We know that a fight with Jorge Linares, just like a fight with Gamboa, unlike what the brother is thinking, it's a development fight that gets Devin more experience and gets him more prepared for a fight, whether it be, you know what I mean, with any of the elite fighters, right? The top fighters.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more and more experience.
Yo, Bill, can I agree with that? Can I agree with that real quick? This is Major Key. I agree with that, right? I absolutely 1,000. You see, but here's the thing with everybody talking about, like, yo, he's the number one. You see, you're right. He needs to gain that experience. I've been saying that since day one. I appreciate and support your son, bro. You have no idea. My whole thing is that, look, he for me as just the eye test, I need to see him a little more. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because when it comes
to a Lomachenko,
right? Yeah, I know. I got nothing but love, bro. I got nothing but love, man. You never heard me badmouth you. You can look at every stream. I could disagree with things that you're saying. I could disagree with what but I never badmouth. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly speaking, I don't like when you badmouth Tio. You know what I'm saying? But that's a different subject. But I understand that that Junior also badmouthed your son. I just figured out somebody told me that the other day when I was saying that. But okay, so that's between you guys. You grown men too. You know what I'm saying? So that's between y'all. But I don't like to hear that shit because literally,
I've never said that he's not a good fighter.
I know, no, but that's just a T-hole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we OGs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like on the streets, like, that's a kid. You know what I mean?
T-hole?
You know what I mean?
Because I said T-hole?
Yeah, man, come on. You know what it is, man. We don't let your son say that. Tell your son to say that, bro. But as an OG yourself, especially you promote, and I just see it a little different. I just see it a little different. That's all I'm saying.
So as you being an OG, you in my business, right? And I don't have a problem with you being in my business. I'm not in your business about whether or not what you're doing at home, how you parent, how you do anything, but you're in my business, but you're OG, but you let Teofimo Sr. call my son an email champion, call my son to say he hasn't fought anybody and all that. But you have a problem if I call him T-Ho.
Hey, but to be completely honest with you, being an email champion is not too far fetched. He's not calling your son a hoe, right? Which is a whole different thing on the streets. And I'm in your business because you put it on the internet.
Are we?
You put it on the internet. I didn't put it on the internet. You did.
So wait a minute. So are we on the streets? Because if we're on the streets, then
no, we're on the internet. We just said that. We just established that.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So if we're on the streets, then you're in my business, and you don't have a nickel in the business, right? But if I push that to the side and say, okay, we're talking sports, and it's okay for you to give your opinion and for me to give my opinion, right? And they say the things that they say about Devin, right? Right. And then I decide to say I one up it and say T-Ho, right? What business is that?
No, I get that. That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear that at first, though. I didn't hear that at first. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning. I didn't hear that part first. So that's why I digressed. You see what I'm saying? I get that now. But originally, that's what I was trying to tell you that at first I heard that. And I was a little mad at you. I was like, man, come on, Bill.
I heard you. When you said it. No, I heard you when you said it the first time, and I heard when Punch corrected you. But once
and that's when I looked it up. I looked it up, and I was corrected. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good because I got corrected. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a grown ass man like that. You know what I'm saying? I stand corrected. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had to read because I never heard the first part.
Yeah, but Punch already corrected you, so I don't even see why we're going back down this line of statements and questions and all that. Right? This that
you keep cutting me off, brother. You not letting me land the plane.
Let's keep it moving though.
Yeah, let me land the plane though. This is what happens sometimes.
Hold on. Let me say something real quick though, because hopefully the fights can happen. You know what I mean? They talk a lot of shit too though. Seen Teofimo Lopez pull up on Ryan Garcia with Rolly, call him all type of bitches. So they been, talking shit.
Yeah, did you say something when he was calling him bitches and he said that Ryan Garcia was his bitch?
No, and we just established that.
It's freedom of speech at the end of the day. People gonna talk shit.
You said right now. You just said if we already understood each other, why you bringing it up? And then you brought up something after I said I didn't hear it, bro. That's what you see what I'm saying?
Did you have a problem? No, I said not with me.
If I didn't hear it, how would I have a problem?
Did you have a problem with Teofimo calling Ryan Garcia his bitch?
He did call everybody. He called everybody the three queens and called himself the queen.
Yeah, but did you have? I'm just asking. Did you have a problem with that,
bro? Ryan Garcia and all the other dudes. No, I'm not mad at that because they're the ones fighting. What I have a problem with, like I said, I prefaced this at the beginning, which was very clear that as a father, I feel like as a promoter. Like, let them handle that. I wouldn't call somebody that's having beef with my son a little hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. But then I told you that I stood corrected, and you damn right. Punch did correct me. You know what I'm saying? And that was that.
Tyson, Mike Tyson called him T-Ho. And then I said T-Ho. And then Mike said, no, nigga, I didn't say T-Ho. I said, yeah, you did, Mike. You said T-Ho. Right?
Yeah.
So I didn't have you know what I mean? And I would have did it again to you too. I didn't have no problem doing it with Mike.
That's exactly how it went down.
But yeah, hey man, people been talking trash in boxing. They talk shit. Teofimo Lopez Sr. talk shit.
His dad, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Teofimo Lopez Sr. talk shit too.
He was talking hell shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's when I dropped it.
Let them. They
When
in
it
it.
was Junior, I heard that.
Yeah, I'm saying Teofimo Lopez Sr. called Ryan Garcia bitch and all type of shit, bro. So it's all good, bro.
Hey, he got a son.
But look, they're gonna handle it, bro.
He got a son.
That's between them. That's between them.
Look. If somebody call my son out, you feel me? Straight up and call him whole nigga. No, you finna have to see my son.
Facts.
Nigga.
Yeah, and that's
what I mean. Straight up. Like
facts.
all y'all making up these excuses and talking about these other guys and they promoter, man. Devin Haney is his own boss, man. You know what I'm saying? Young nigga, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't hate on this man, man. He can go wherever and do his thing.
That's good. Hey, so can I ask something, Bill?
How he's not trying to make fights?
Hey, Bill, can I ask you something?
How is he not?
OG.
Yes, sir.
Yo, bro.
Yes, sir.
I rock with what you're saying, but yeah. So when you say Teofimo Senior's questioning the resume, like, do you understand why though, Bill? Like, I mean, nobody trying to throw stones at a glass house, but I'm just saying, do you understand why he?
What's your name, good brother? So I can address you.
Oh, Young Bill. My name Young Bill, man. See, Bill and Bill.
That's right,
yeah.
Young Bill. Young Bill. No. What I say is that when you talk about questioning the resume instead of making the actual fight, if you don't have a problem fighting the guy, then what do you see what he's doing with Kambosos? He's building Kambosos up. He's saying what a great fighter Kambosos is, right? And he's asking for a bunch of money. So when you talk about you're downplaying the fight, and people are actually saying that the fight is a great fight, that Devin is a great fighter, what would you do? What do you accomplish by saying anything that he's not ready when he has the WBC belt? Why do we keep going in circles about the kid not being ready, right?
Exactly.
The kid has the belt, right? The kid wants to fight. The people want to see the fight. And guess what, look, Young Bill, you making up excuses for him.
Let me say this real quick. Because Teofimo Lopez Sr., after the fight with Lomachenko, said the biggest fight is the fight with Devin Haney. He said that's the big money fight. That's what he said. Man, he's saying he ain't ready and all of this. They want $10 million, and then they get $4 million to fight Kambosos. Come on, man, $4 million, way far from $10 million. So now they lied about that. They capped about that. They said it. They said, well, hold up. Let me say something real quick, bro. They said they was gonna send an offer to Devin Haney and lied about that. So I mean, they get a pass for that.
I get you. So, but like you said, how they gonna send a contract and they making 1.5 mil as a minimum? He got beat for this promoter. like y'all already said that. So we know they ain't sending no contract because Bob ain't sending that damn. T.O. ain't his own boss. So let's get that out the way.
Let me ask y'all a question.
Hey, his boss don't even want to pay for his fight.
Let me ask y'all one question though. When did this resume shit start happening?
No, hold on, bro. Hold on.
Hey, Young Bill. Here you go back with the resume shit because
when did that shit start happening? When did that shit pop up?
Hey, let me talk to Bill, bro. Let me talk to Bill.
They don't want to fight, bro. They don't want to fight.
Let me explain something. Hold on. Let me explain why I'm saying that. If you so Bill, do you go on BoxRec when you look at opponents?
No, I'll tell you what. I do go on BoxRec and I look at the top fighters and 1, 2, 3, and 4. You got Devin, you got Loma, you got Tank, and you got T.O. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So why look?
Exactly.
No. Let me tell you this though. If you're a bad motherfucker, why are you looking down in the ranking and finding a Kambosos instead of finding a Devin Haney?
Hey,
thank you.
But hold on. Don't say thank you. But tell me where Kambosos is and tell me where Linares is. I could have sworn Kambosos is higher on there than Linares.
Bro, Kambosos just came off a split decision victory with Lee Selby, bro. Wait. Lee Selby just outboxed this man. And Mickey Bay outboxed him. Devin Haney trainer beat up on Kambosos, bro. You know what I mean? He got a split decision. He coming off 2 split decisions. So what is he doing? He coming off 2 split decisions. Lee Selby beat his ass on his own. So you wait. You saying promoters, bro? Let me say this real quick. You saying promoters, You said promoters, bro. But guess what? Lee Selby just fight on the zone, bro. Lee Selby just fought on. Go ahead, bro.
Excuses.
Hold on, but
You would not pick
hold on, bro. Let me
Kambosos
talk to
over
Bill.
Linares.
Like I'm talking to Bill, bro.
Young Bill.
Like, yeah, let me and Bill talk. Bill and Bill, man. We having a conversation. Yes, sir.
Young Bill, you pick Kambosos over Linares?
I would, man. He never been knocked out. Like Linares been knocked out twice in the past 5 fights, and he had 2 soft touches at 135. Bill, you know this. You know boxing. When a dude get knocked out twice in the past 5 fights, he's not the same, bro. He's 35 years old. I think Devin too quick, too strong for him, and I don't think y'all gonna get no credit for beating him. I really don't. Like, I really don't. And I agree with that from the boxing.
You're not gonna give him no credit anyway.
Nah, I rock with Devin. Can fight. Devin could really fight. Bro, Bill, I said Devin got a better jab than T.O. I said Devin got better defense. Like Devin is we all said it's a 50-50 fight. Bill, I ain't in here to knock Devin.
That's why they don't want to fight him, brother. That's why we trying to get y'all to wake up, my people. That's why they don't want to fight him. He's too good, bro.
Lee Selby beat up on Kambosos. Mickey J beat up on Kambosos, bro. Kambosos ain't shit.
Sit up here and say Linares can't beat Kambosos. That's what
Kambosos ain't shit.
I don't think he would.
They want to wait.
You seen the
you said promoters though. You said something about promoters, but guess what? Kambosos, his last fight was on the zone. Yeah, he just fought on the zone. So T.O. could come fight on the zone. And his last fight against Lee Selby was on the zone.
If they would have,
yo, H, I appreciate you having me on, brother, man. I'm a fall back, bro. It's 3 o'clock in the morning over here on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? But yo, whenever you want to chop it up, just let me know. Bill, when you want H Money, you want to get a little deeper into this, man. Like, look, I love your son, the way he handles himself. I just want to see more, bro. And nothing personal, bro. I'm just a boxing fan, man.
Get a fight with T.O. That's gonna show you.
There's variables into that. That's what we're gonna debate. But I ain't got all night for that, bro.
T.O. ain't ready for that. T.O.
ain't no variables.
If you say so.
T.O. looking at
it. I ain't variables. Hey, look.
This is the own Fox. So all that other side of the
what up, BA? What up,
I don't care about the other side.
Hold on, let me see what Bill said.
Who's talking? Because I'm a bounce if it's not Bill Haney or H Money.
Bill Haney. What you say?
And the last
Bill Haney or H Money. That's it. Because if not, I'm a bounce.
Hey, good brother. I just want to just drop this on you though. And the last, because the brother said about the box rec, and the last 18 fights, and Jorge Linares, right? The only 2 losses it comes to Lomachenko and Pablo Cano. In the last 18 fights.
And how many fights in a row in the last 5 fights?
No. What I'm saying is he lost.
Oh, you said something else, brother. Good night. I will talk about this another night, all right, bro? Because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, bro.
No, absolutely.
Much respect to you, though, bro.
Absolutely. You know when I get on here.
Let Bill Haney talk. Go ahead, Bill Haney.
No. When I get on here, I got time, and I guarantee you, niggas run just like they run from Devin. They run from me. You know
Uncle Bill, I'm still here though, man. I'm not because I'm not talking out of hate.
You just talked about the box rec.
You just confused, bro.
I told you is the one fight that he lost at 140 pounds against
Pablo Cesar Cano. Yes, he did lose to Pablo Cesar Cano.
And the only other fight he lost
was Lomachenko by knockout. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, now wait a minute. But he didn't get stopped until he dropped Lomachenko before he got stopped.
Yeah, he did. I saw the fight. Yeah, I saw. I mean, I watch boxing.
Okay. How many people done dropped Lomachenko?
Just him.
There we go there.
Hey, but see, this the thing though. So
he won't touch Dev though.
No, but see, no, hey, H, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Linares gonna drop Dev or nothing like that. I'm just saying that Dev is not gonna get as much credit as he should for beating his first top 10 opponent, and that's not a knock.
Brother, man.
But what he's supposed to do?
What are you supposed to do?
And guess what? Tell me what he's supposed to do.
Hold on, let me ask Bill a question, man. Damn.
He's a young brother.
Bill, talk to me.
Hey, young Bill.
Talk to me, Bill.
He's a young brother, probably just like you, right? You young brother, you sound like a young brother too, right? Now listen.
Yes, sir.
With young brothers, they got to work twice as hard. You know what I'm saying? To put that thing down. You see what I'm saying? Because listen, when you talk about Ryan Garcia, he was given all the praise in the world for
beating a bum.
For beating
A bum.
for beating on Luke Campbell. And hold on.
Somebody got background noise.
Hey, who is Devin Haney's mandatory?
I think Ryan or Fortuna both. I think Ryan's a bigger mandatory because he won the interim belt.
So why are they not pushing to fight him?
Ryan Garcia ducking, bro. I believe he's ducking. I'm just saying. I don't think
what all of them is. Who? Okay, so who you feel is not ducking him?
Only Tio. Fortuna ducked him. And Ryan ducked him. But I just don't think.
Hey, young Bill. Like, could Teofimo had made the fight happen with Devin Haney right now?
He probably. Shit, man, Bill. I don't know how the situation is.
You know what?
I really don't. But he probably could have. He probably could have. But I don't think he ducking though, bro. Like it's a lot of shit that can happen, but it's a lot of shit that you're not ducking. Like Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, they on the same side. And Ryan is his mandatory, and Ryan's supposed to fight Tank, and Ryan ain't fighting nobody.
Could Teofimo Lopez had asked for the fight that he wanted to fight Devin Haney next before he fought Kambosos?
He probably could have, but what, he got paid $1 million? Shit, fuck no.
Bill. Hey, Bill.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Hey, Bill. Could let's say if hypothetically if that fight could have happened with Tio and Devin, do you think they would have made the same amount of purse as they did with Triller?
Probably more.
Exactly. I thought the same.
Probably more.
So let me ask you this, Bill. So would y'all do a dual pay-per-view with ESPN if it was Tio?
Well, we would have to, because Tio would have all the belts and he would have everything that we want. So we got to be respectful now.
Okay. I'm just saying, man. Y'all talking like y'all, Dev AB. Hey, sometimes I be seeing my boy Dev be talking like Tio ain't on his level. So I be wanting to see if he gonna respect him, and when it come to this coming to the table type shit.
He got to get in the ring.
Well, you got to come to the table from an executive standpoint. What we only can do what we can do. You know what I'm saying? So,
for sure.
So Devin, as a fighter, he got to talk the shit that he talked. You know what I'm saying? But when he sends me in to do the work, to handle the business, I got to come back and deliver what the best thing that I can do to deliver. You see what I'm saying? That makes sense for us. And I got to be realistic about the position that we in.
And you know what, Bill? I'm gonna tell you this. As much as I love that y'all doing well in finances, every time somebody else bring up money, it's a problem. But Dev is the first to say, I'm the youngest millionaire in boxing. I make this amount. I make this comfortable amount per fight. So why these other young guys can't go get that too, Bill? That's all I'm saying. You should want them young boys to eat too. Well, it's just as much as Devin eating.
Every time Devin eat, it's like he like a young Floyd. Everybody get paid more than what they ever got paid fucking with him.
Hey, Bill.
Gamboa got like 700,000.
Hey, that's a lot for him coming from Cuba. You know how it is, Bill.
No, listen, you gonna get paid fucking with Devin. We ain't like that, dog.
But you know what?
Every fighter leave the ring, they happy. They get lumped up, but they happy.
Hey, Bill. Hey, I want to ask you this. Hey, you remember that movie? Hey, have you ever seen that movie, A Low Down Dirty Shame?
Shit. Shame.
Hey, you remember? Because I want to say this because look, if y'all haven't, go look at that movie, and then it's a part when this black dude come in, bust in and getting and yelling at the Mexican mafia dude, going at him, talking about, I told you we was gonna do this shit, and then he looked at him, was like, who you talking to? Hey, that reminded me when Tio was interviewing in Barbershop and Devin walked up on him. He was talking big shit. The Barbershop. Devin walked up on him. Then what'd he do? He didn't have no bass in his voice. Couldn't say nothing with his chest. He didn't want it.
And Dev told him then. He said, you couldn't hit me then with that big stupid shit.
I don't even know what the fuck y'all talking about. All I did was click the link again because when I left, Bill Haney said somebody was leaving every time he shows up. So I'm here. Like, was there another question you have for me, Bill?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
no. See what?
Because I don't duck shit, bro. I don't duck shit.
Okay, well, good brother. Understand this though, right? Is when I come on here, right? I come on here and I'm talking about our business, right? And I'm an open book. I'm an open book about my business, right?
Right.
Now, the thing about it is, if I come on, I gotta give you the time. Now, see, to me, once somebody says something to me, then come on, let's rock. Or let me know that okay, now this ain't the time to chop it up. You see what I'm saying? But don't hit me with a bunch of shit, and then we get to cooking, and then it's time to go. Because
no, you were cooking with other people though. I can continue cooking. What you want to cook on? What exactly do you want to cook on? Let's cook right now. There's no hesitation, bro.
Okay.
What you want to cook on? What's bothering you, bro? What's in your nerves right now, Bill? Talk to me.
Was Teofimo able to make the fight happen instead of the Kambosos fight?
Why would he want, bro? You see what I'm saying? You still talking that shit like your son earned it. Your son did not earn it, my man.
Come on, undisputed. Come on, Major Key. Undisputed, Major Key.
You come back.
No.
Wait, hold
Why
on,
does your son fight Loma?
Was coming for me. Now, did you come back to answer questions? Or did we come back to have
No. I didn't. It's going to be a dialogue, right? Hopefully, if we're grown men, we're going to have because I know the way that I've watched you for long enough to see that you just want to pander the audience by just throwing your own questions out there that has nothing to do with the facts. Let's just talk about a dialogue and move from there. We can move. I'm pretty sure we could dance smoothly, bro.
You asked me what did I want to cook on?
Right. So you said,
I just told you what I want to cook on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you want to start over?
Hey, no, go ahead. I'll answer your question, but if it's going to be followed up by another question, if not making a point, then that's asinine, bro. We're just going to continue with questions. I don't want to do that all night.
I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hit you with statements, right? Because if I hit you with statements, then I'm not giving you the opportunity to.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So let's cook then. Let's cook. So all right. So let's start from the beginning again. What's your question?
Well, I just asked you the question. You can answer.
I just said let's start from the beginning. What's your question?
You don't. I asked you. I said, did Teofimo have an opportunity? Could he have fought Devin Haney?
Yes.
Before he fought Kambosos?
Yes.
Thank you, brother. Now, did the people want to see? Okay, let me ask you this thing. Teofimo said when he got the belts, he was going to be a throwback fighter. He's going to give the people the fans, the fights they want to see, correct?
That's correct.
Is Devin Haney and Teofimo a bigger fight than George Kambosos and Teofimo?
Yes, I agree with that.
Thank you, sir.
But Bill,
that's all I have.
Bill,
I got a super chat. Let me read this super chat real quick. My boy John Queese with the super chat. He said, "Major Key boxing, ducking questions." Okay, that he sent a super chat. You feel me, Major Key? You know, let's go. You know, it's getting heated.
By the time he sent that super chat, I was already answering the questions though.
Hey, Major. Hey, Major. Let me get one question, man. Hey, Major. Let me get one question in with Bill real quick. Hey, Bill.
So go ahead, man.
So this is the thing. So this is off the topic of Dev, but since Ryan Garcia left y'all with Linares, who the hell is he gonna fight since he not getting Tank, Pacquiao, none of that shit he was talking about? Where do you think he goes from here? Is he really gonna fight your other mandatory in Fortuna?
I'm not sure where Ryan Garcia is gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm not in the Ryan Garcia business.
It's looking bad for him out here. Okay.
One thing that I do know is that he had major momentum going in when he had the Luke Campbell fight to get up and to put that lick down. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that he's doing himself a just due by then, right? Deciding not to take advantage of,
his mandatory?
The mandatory and Devin Haney, right? As well as I believe that Teofimo Lopez is a great fighter, great young fighter. I don't think he did just doing himself by picking George Kambosos and not picking Devin Haney as well. Now, one thing that we did was we showed patience and didn't get frustrated with the position that we're in. We're in a position that the only thing that I'm saying is that the lies that they're going to run out of lies, and fans are not going to continue to get behind the lies because it's only boxing. It's a sport of boxing, and sooner or later, you know what I mean? The fans are going to ask, why are you guys not fighting Devin? That's all.
Hey, okay, now let me ask you this, Bill. One more question. So if Devin Devin and Tio are going to probably fight twice this year because Tio's coming back in April. Dev coming back in is your date May or April?
It's May.
Okay, so you guys are going to probably fight before the end of the year. So if Tio and Devin fight at the end of the year, then it's not. I still hold hope for 2021 that this fight gonna happen because I want to see it this year. I want to see it this year, Bill. I'm not one of them that like after this Lars fight. I don't care if you fight Loma. I don't care what else you do. If after this fight and Teofimo, hopefully he's successful, so this fight can keep building. And I want to see it this year. So I'm not one of them that don't want to see it.
Absolutely,
yeah. I'm not.
Bill. But one thing that we won't do is discredit Jorge Linares and go in there and go into that thing underprepared. We think that he's a hell of a motherfucking fighter, and we got to get through Jorge Linares first, and then to Teofimo Lopez, right? So what I mean, we got to deal with this at hand, and I mean, it's the kind of fight that prepares Devin, right? Brings out more in his toolbox. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But we are not going to go in it underestimating Jorge Linares and his ability.
I respect that. Appreciate the answer, Unc.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Major Key.
Let me just answer somebody. Yeah, let me. My bad. You go real quick, man. Let me just respond. Yo, people in the chat. So Dre boxing, bro. You talking about Jacquez Major Key ducking questions? Nah, bro. I answered it before he dropped that super chat. And the problem is Dre boxing is that I don't want attention. I literally spoke to Bill Haney like 8 months ago on fucking barbershop conversations, and to be honest with you, H Money, I've been fucking with him for like over a year, bro. You know what I'm saying? And H Money will tell you, bro. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. It's not disrespectful. I'm not coming over here disrespectful like some people do. You know what I'm saying? But if Bill want to talk to me, ask me a question, I'll ask him a question. I respect the dude, man. I respect his son. I respect. It is what it is, man. It's no clout chasing over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? I build my shit from the ground up right now. I don't even do that much work on YouTube, but I still got my own channel, and I do my own business on the side. You know what I'm saying? Out here labor work. You know what I'm saying? Like I work in the sun, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? And I work from home too. You know, so there's different ways that I make my money. But you don't know nothing about that. So don't assume that you know me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Please don't do that. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's neither here nor there when it comes to Bill Haney. So, brother, any other questions for me?
Nah, you supposed to ask some questions, Major. You know what I'm saying? Cook with him.
No, but I mean, at the end of the day, Bill knows where at this point. Look, I like his son. I like him the way he actually he pretty much went into the gutter of YouTube and just fucking dealt with everybody. So I respect his grind with that. You know what I mean? It's not easy to do that. He dealt with the trolls. You know what I'm saying? He dealt with everything. So I understand what he's going through when it comes to that. And he's doing it for his son. And like I said, I look at every single boxer like they're my own son. So I'm just looking out for the best thing. We may disagree on what the best route is for his son, but at the end of the day, I want to see his son be successful. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to see more. That's all I'm trying to say. So it's not that I don't think he's great. You can call me a hater all night long. Then obviously you don't understand what I'm saying. So and I'm not talking about you, Bill. I'm just talking about the people in the chat and motherfuckers that ain't listening. You know what I'm saying? But
nigga, you sleepy, nigga.
Huh?
You sleepy, nigga. You need to go to bed.
I ain't sleepy, nigga. What you talking about? You don't even know about me, bro. Bro, listen. This is the Crown Vanilla from last night. The real crown is in the freezer.
Now we know what's
the real
going
crown is in the freezer right now. The regular crown is in the freezer right now. I don't fuck around, dog.
Hey, now we know.
No. I stay lit, bro. I stay lit all day long. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
But guess what? I make my money like that. I'm over here.
Hey, do your thing, brother.
Hey, yeah, I do what I do. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You could judge if you want, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I got my personal relationship with God, bro. It's me and God, you know what I'm saying? I'm the battered lamb. If you want to call me the battered lamb, my liver's probably battered. My kidneys are probably battered. You know what I'm saying? But I'm the battered lamb. I'm still good, though. My son's name.
But I can honestly say this, though. Yo, Major Key Boxing, I can honestly say this. Teofimo Lopez, he didn't give you the fight that you wanted. You wanted to see Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. You didn't want to see him fight Kambosos. So no matter what you say, you can't. I mean, what could you say?
No. I answered Bill's questions directly. He asked me a line of questions, and I answered his questions directly. I didn't explain the fact. I didn't explain the fact that he's a fucking mandatory because he didn't ask me to explain that. He asked me a line of questioning, right? And I wanted to show him respect and just answer those questions so he can know that I can actually do that. So I did that.
I appreciate your honesty, though, good brother.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it is what it is. Yes, it is what it is.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? My honesty is also, right? And not being like, a dickhead or nothing, but your son got to prove more to me. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna show it, definitely with Linares fight, either if it's Lomachenko, Gary Russell, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, his mandatory, he gonna show the world. And he's only 22. He's the youngest fighter. He's gonna show it.
Fucking world, though. That's what we're waiting for, to show the world. That's what we're waiting for, bro.
Tell somebody to get in the ring with him. Tell somebody to get in the ring with him.
We're waiting to show the world. We don't want to hear about it. We don't want to hear about the world. We want to see about it,
why
bro.
don't you tell Teofimo to get in the ring with him? Why don't you tell the
fight? Why only Teofimo? Why not Comey? Why not Nagatani? Why not?
What? Why wouldn't he? Look.
Well,
so you go after Bills, right?
Instead of going after the best. How many undefeated?
I'm talking like 3 people right now. Who am I talking to?
Major Key. How many undefeated fighters did Teofimo face?
Yo, you see, you keep on with these little narratives, bro.
Asking the question.
That's a great point. That's a great point. But how many champions did he face? How many did your face? How many top 10 did he face? How many did your son face?
Let me tell you.
That's the real question.
When let me just teach you something that Floyd Mayweather had taught us is that, the fighters that he fought, they know how to lose because they lost before, right? And when you get a chance to see the fighter and you get a chance to see what the other guys capitalized on, right? You get a roadmap, you get a blueprint to what it is, right? They have blueprints on them because they've lost, right? When you talk about a fighter in Devin Haney, I understand. What do you see? What do you see? Because maybe you can help him out. What do you see? What flaws do you see in Devin?
And Devin?
Yes.
I could tell you right now what I see. You want me to tell you the flaws that I see in him?
Yes.
Okay. First and foremost, what I see in Devin Haney is number one, I feel like he's more waiting to counter, not necessarily catch and shoot. That's a very important thing that Teofimo has upper hand on, to catch and shoot, right? So when you're being defensive, you need to have the catch and shoot. So your son is very great with the counters, but you need somebody to fall into the feint. With Lomachenko, right? That was the whole thing that stalled Lomachenko's whole plan, that Teofimo did not fall for the feints. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. That's a major key right there. I'm dropping that right there off rip. Okay? Secondly, we're talking about power. Okay? We're talking about power. Not saying that your son can't knock somebody out, but he's not known for that. Okay? And that's what I'm trying to say. So unless we see that and we see him do it on a major scale, we're looking at Teofimo knocking out a champion at the division that's known as a power puncher in Comey. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He didn't knock down Nakatani like Verdejo did, but you know what I'm saying, he staved them off and didn't get knocked out himself. So therefore it shows a little chin. You know what I mean? There's a couple of keys there that we could work on. And again, I'm just telling you this out of love, bro. Like, I'm not literally like trying to go in on you. But if I left the channel trying to say that I'm going to sleep, and you want to say people leave the channel, I'll pop right the fuck back up, and we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That's who I am.
Okay. So when you said that the power was the 2019 runner-up for knockout of the year enough to have power against Antonio Moran, who had never been knocked out, who had faced Jose Pedraza and some good formidable opponents and never been stopped, but to get demolished like that. Okay, when you talk about Zaur Abdullaev, when he broke his face, his orbital bone, is that not hard enough? Or should he, what else, how much more damage should he have did to the man's face other than break his face?
What were the rankings of those individuals that he did that to?
Oh, Zaur Abdullaev was in the top 10.
He's number 20 now.
He was in the number top 10 when he beat him. He was in the number top 10 because he was the number one mandatory for the WBC.
I don't recall that, bro.
Okay, well listen, he was the number one mandatory for the WBC.
Okay,
Yeah,
but you just said that Kambosos is not worthy.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying is how much more should he do other than break his face?
So let's see what Teofimo does to Kambosos.
No, we're talking about Devin Haney's power. Is that enough power? Do you have enough power?
I mean, look, man, look. Look, man. I think So are you trying to attribute your son's best qualities as power or skills? Because I thought everybody was trying to say that he was skillful, which I agree with.
No,
but now you're saying power.
No. What I said is we agreed that he has a jab. We agreed that he has skills. But when you say power, I'm saying that's not power.
No, I see speed kills. So if you catch somebody off guard that has awkward balance and bad footwork, I can see how that would lead into a position where that person gets hit with something fast. That looks like power, but that's not necessarily power, if you understand what I'm saying.
How many times you've heard of well, I know Kell Brook got his orbital bone broke. How many lightweights have you heard that did that other than Devin?
Felix Verdejo broke Nakatani's orbital bone.
Okay. So does Felix,
is that a fact or is it Bill? Okay. Is that a fact or is it not a fact?
Did Felix Verdejo?
Is it a fact or is it not a fact though?
Let's say it is a fact because I didn't know
it is a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, he broke his orbital bone.
Good. Now, did that mean did he have power or not have power?
Of course he has power, bro.
So does Devin have power or not have power?
Again, speed. I just told you that. Speed in the awkward position may do something like that. But at the end of the day, look at the KO percentages and look at the way Felix did it versus and against somebody with a tough chin that fought Teofimo Lopez that knocked out Comey.
Okay.
And that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm not a big believer in the pyramid theory, so I'm not going to go into all the pyramid shit. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm just looking at it from a real perspective as a boxing fan. So you may disagree, but this is where I'm seeing it. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. So when you talk about Devin, and you talk about in his last 5 fights, right? You talk about Alfredo Santiago. He dropped him. We talked about Zaire Abdulaev, okay? Because Gamboa he didn't, right? So let's say that Gamboa in the last fight, but the last 4 before that, Santiago, he dropped Santiago with a shot in the fight. You talk about Zaire Abdulaev, what we just talked about. You talk about Antonio Moran, and then you talk about Ndon Jenny, right? Who he dropped him as well. So when you talk about honest power and keeping a person honest, styles make fights. And I think that if you like the style in Teofimo Lopez, right, and that's fine, right? You come to cheer for Teofimo, and then you have another fan who comes to cheer for Devin because they like Devin's style. But what I don't understand is that if you can like one style and that's your style that you dig and you like that, why wouldn't you want to see that style against another style to make a great event? Why does he have to have the same style as Teofimo when you already have Teofimo? You got Teofimo, you got that style, right? Now you see what that style did to another puncher and Richard Comey. So you see what that does to other fighters that are just right there, right? So what's the whole hold up in making a great event happen, right?
Yeah. So who are you addressing that question to so they can answer?
To you, brother.
Oh, to me, I never said anything that you just said though. So therefore, is this sound like I never said that I was capping for Teofimo or like if for some reason I told you already that I want to see your son. And this is what happens, bro. This is what happens on the YTBC, bro. It's unfortunate, but because you disagree with one thing, right? People tend to put you in the category of everybody else, and I'm not that guy. If you didn't know that, I'm not that guy. Right. So I don't dislike your son. I'm not saying anything that you just said. What I'm saying is that when we're talking about Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney, I already gave you my breakdown. I believe that Teofimo beats him. And I would like to see him fight other people, which is the whole conversation that we're having. I would like him to see somebody better than Linares, especially if he's calling out a Teofimo Lopez. I would like him to see like to see him fight a Comey, a fucking Nakatani, even a Verdejo, bro. And you didn't listen to me last time. Maybe you listen to me this time. But Verdejo or somebody that brings him to that forefront of everybody's attention. And that's what I'm trying to say right now. It's not that your son doesn't have skills. It's that nobody understands it because he's not putting his name out there yet, bro. And that's what we're trying to see, bro. Like, we're boxing fans telling you that. So if, again, no disrespect to you, I'm gonna let you get the last word so I can leave, bro, because I'm trying to go to sleep. So say whatever you want to me, and I'm gonna listen here because I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying? I know that you're not here just talking to me, on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you're a busy man. Value your time. Trust me, I do appreciate it. Even talking to me, but I'm just being honest with you, bro. So don't take my words lightly neither, because I'm somebody that doesn't really give a fuck neither. Like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, if people disagree with me or they agree with me, I'm just not that type of dude. But I appreciate your words. So I'm gonna let you talk at the end right here and just say whatever you want. After that, I'm a bounce, bro, because I gotta go to sleep.
Yes, sir. Right. Well, pour honey on us. Give the bear a club and go to sleep. And have a nice dreams, go to work, because we don't need your help. We just need to make the fight happen.
All right, well, then you should never call me back, because I felt like I was done in the first place. You know what I'm saying? But you just maybe add more fuel to the fire. So it is what it is.
We want the fight to happen, right? We feel that we got enough power, we got enough skills to make the fight happen. We don't need to go back to the drawing board. We need to make the fight happen, and the loser goes to the drawing board. Right, we're in the position that Nakatani is not. He's lower ranked than Jorge Linares, right?
Yeah, he is. He's ranked number 12.
Everybody that y'all asking for is lower ranked than Jorge Linares, right? When you talk about
Comey ain't ranked lower than Jorge Linares.
You said who?
No, yeah.
He said Comey. Comey ain't ranked lower than Jorge Linares.
No. Now Comey is not ranked lower than Jorge Linares. Right?
Yeah.
We're not talking about Comey. We were talking about Nakatani, right?
Well, he said Comey or Nakatani. Glenn, I mean, he said both of them.
Right.
Yeah. Look, man. Look. The point is, man, your son got to fight one of them, bro. And that's some food for thought. Yeah. You do the dishes. I'm out, bro.
Yeah. Peace. Now,
Norris this week higher than
Hey, the thing about it, young Bill.
Holla at me, Uncle Bill. Holla at me.
You can pick everybody else, but we're ranked number 4. And we own his ass.
Y'all are ranked number 4. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Listen, you are.
Listen, and we own his ass. You can pick everybody else. You can try to find everybody else. You can do all that shit. But listen, we own his ass.
See, Uncle Bill, I want y'all to fight that. I want y'all to fight T.O. this year. I want that fight to happen. I don't want y'all to prove nothing. Man, look, I just want these 2 fights, and I don't want y'all to take Linares light, and I want T.O. to take Kambosos light. Right. And I want this fight to happen 2021 before the end of the year, man. I know y'all gonna get back in the ring.
That's all we said, man.
And that's what I want too, Bill. That's what I want too, man. I agree with you, man. I want it to happen next.
Good brother. That was it, good brother. You know what I mean? Everybody that puts everybody else, you know what I'm saying, in positions which is so unfair, because there's no way that the other fighter is going to pick us before they pick the rest of the belts, right? Everybody else can pick Teofimo Lopez, but then we got a problem when we pick Teofimo Lopez. We need to do something else, right? Kambosos didn't need to do nothing else. So right now we have a great opponent in Jorge Linares, who's raised his hand on numerous occasions. He's a I think 2 division world champion, right? With a ton of experience. Has only lost in his last 18 fights. His only loss came to Lomachenko and also 140-pound Cano that jumped on him, overwhelmed him in the first round of that fight. You know what I mean? I just don't think that people should shit on Jorge Linares when he's also not a fighter that everybody is necessarily calling out. Everybody is just getting in line for. So when they talk about his last fights, don't talk about the last five fights. Talk about the last 18 fights.
Yeah, he's on a 2-fight winning streak, by the way. Linares and Big Dog Willie with the super chat. He said, Devin, he wants all the smoke. He said that will make fighters great. Duran Hagler Leonard, Hearns never made excuses. They fought the best. So come on, man. Devin Haney want that smoke like the throwback fighters. What about Tio? It sounds like Tio making excuses. He's running out now. What he gonna do after Cambosis? He waited on it. He waited. He talked a lot. He got to back it up now.
Yeah, I like I said, H. I want the fight next, bro. I want them to get through their fights. Hopefully unscathed, injury free, and shit, man. 2021 year undisputed, bro. I ain't knocking that. That's
Tio said 5 years though. He said 3 to 5 years. Sound like he don't want that.
I don't agree with that bullshit. I don't agree with no 5-year bullshit.
You can't really tell what he's gonna say, right? You don't know what his fans is gonna say. You know what I'm saying? The one thing they're gonna do is they're gonna talk about Devin, right? And that's it. They're gonna talk about what he ain't did. They're gonna say everything, like Devin says. They're gonna say everything other than let's fight. I think that the fans have more heart than T.O. do. I think the fans have more heart than Ryan Garcia does, but not Devin Haney's fans. Devin Haney's fans is real ones. They riders. They saying, let's make the fight happen. He's a young 22-year-old kid getting plenty of money, and they still are putting him in the position, right, and throwing his name in the hat with the best of the fighters, and then come back and say that it's Devin's fault, right? But you don't hear their favorite fighters putting their names in the hat. You don't hear them putting their favorite fighters' names in the hat, right? So, I mean, it's a different kind of fighter, a different kind of fan. We respect everybody. We would hope that the fans of the TOs and the Ryans will see that we're only trying to do is fight for their admiration, fight for their respect, right? By fighting the fighters that they feel is great. We're not diminishing them, downing them, or anything. We respect the fact that they ride so hard for them, right? We just don't understand why the fighter is not riding as hard as they are.
Exactly.
I got that. I feel that. I fuck with that. See now, Trill Bill.
Yes,
do you think that T.O. So you think T.O.'s a great fighter? Like what? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I ain't never said that he wasn't no great fighter. I never said Lomachenko, never said Ryan Garcia. Only thing that I say is that it's something special about Dev and that skill set that he's so comfortable in there with these big punchers. He's in there comfortable, right? And he's handling this business. Now, one thing that Mike has always told me about punchers, they're scared to death. They're scared to get embarrassed. They're scared that their skills don't matter, and they're trying to hurry up and get it over with, right? He says a fighter like Devin that's comfortable in the ring, it shows characteristics of all-time greats, because while they're there and the fans is looking, they're doing little things and intangibles that regular people don't understand what's going on, right? It takes a real experienced fighter mind, a real experienced mind to see what he's not allowing the fighter to do. It's one thing to be doing everything, and then it's another thing to be doing things and not letting things happen to you, right? You know what I mean? Because, and you guys know, I'm sure you guys have been in the ring, everybody been in the ring, and see, it's tough to be in that motherfucker, right? And not turn your back, and not turn your back, period. You know what I'm saying? So that backing up shit and all that other shit, running and all that shit, right? Yeah, that's good. That's easy to say a fighter is running. You get up in there and try that shit and see how hard it is. So I never say that the fighters aren't hell of a fighters. I know that they are, right? I respect Jorge Linares. I respect Richard Comey. I respect those guys. I'm saying this, but when you talk about Devin, you talk about something that's so special and so unique. It only comes around, you know what I mean, every so often, right? And we'll get a chance to prove that come May, the middle of May.